Okay. So when you use the delete command, delete from table name, it is going to delete the entire data from the table. So, but when you use the where clause condition, so delete from table name where employee number is equals to 808003, then what it will do? It will delete only one record. Okay. So previously when you use the delete from table name, it is deleted entire 17 rows here. So whenever you execute this, so you have to verify this script output window. So what is happened? Okay. So here it is saying one row deleted. So now check this table. So we have the 16 records only here. Then 8003 it is deleted. So I'm using again, I'll use the rollback command. Okay. So again I'll get my record is back here. Okay. Same way this is for one record. So to delete the one record, I'm using the where clause condition. Suppose I want to delete multiple records. Okay. Then how can I delete this multiple records? So then delete from table name where employee name is in, I will say. Okay. In 8001, 8002, 8003. So then what it will do? It will search for these records in the database of this table and delete only these three records from the table. Previously, when you use the where employee number equals to 8003, we used. Now I am checking this where employee number in. In means within this list. If it is record is available, these records will be deleted. Suppose if I say 8004, which is not there in our table, but I am giving this 8004. What will happen? So it will delete only existing three records: 8001, 8002, 8003. These records only deleted. That means here it is showing three records only deleted, three rows deleted. Now check this table here. Now the 14 records only. All the 8001 records it is got deleted. But there is no 8004. So if it is there, it will be deleted. If it is not there, so there is nothing to worry here. Okay. So for single record, we have to provide the where employee number is equals to 8003 or 8001 like that. Otherwise, if you are going to delete multiple records, then you can use where employee number in. Within this list, we have to provide like this. I'm using the again rollback. So now I'm getting all the records back as is. Okay. So here we have one more. In the DDL commands, we have seen the truncate. Okay. What is the difference between truncate and delete? Truncate, delete. So truncate means it will delete entire data at a time. You cannot use the where clause condition in the truncate. So whereas delete, you can use delete for the entire to delete the entire table data, or if you use the where clause, it will delete specific records only. Okay. Truncate is faster to delete the data. It will delete immediately, and it is a DDL command. Delete is a DML command. So it will be somewhat less when you compare with the truncate command. Because why? Because it will check the delete. It is going to check the all the records when you use the where clause. So it will verify the record whether it is in this list or not, and it will delete. Okay. Truncate is a DDL command. Delete is a DML command. So and another is truncate not required commit. Okay. It is having the implicit commit. So whereas delete requires a commit or rollback specifically. So if we use this like this, truncate is delete plus commit. Okay. So it will delete the records and it will commit. There is no need to use the separate commit command when you use the truncate. So it is a DDL command, delete is a DML command. So rollback is not applicable in the when you use the truncate table name when you use this, rollback is not applicable. Here in the delete you can use the rollback command. Okay. Implicit commit will be fired. So explicit commit will be fired here. In the delete, after delete we have to use the commit or rollback here. Where clause is not applicable in the truncate. Where clause is applicable in the delete command. All rows of the table can be truncated, means all the data at a time it will be going to delete. All rows of the table can be deleted with this delete also using the delete from table name. Single row of the table cannot be truncated. So when you use the truncate command, it cannot delete single row. It will be going to delete all the records. Whereas in the delete command, you can delete a single rows or multiple rows or all the rows using this delete command. Multiple rows of the table cannot be truncated. Here you can use the multiple rows can be deleted using this above delete command, like in this delete from table name where employee number in, like that you can delete multiple records at a time. Performance will be faster, performance will be slower using this delete command. So these are the main differences we have to remember for the truncate and delete commands. So this is the interview question actually. So everyone has to remember this difference. What is the difference between the truncate and delete? Okay. So same way.
Sir, what is meant by
What is it?
Sir, what is meant by implicit and explicit?
So implicit means along with this command, commit will be fired. Okay. So explicit means wherever I am using the rollback or commit, no? So that
Yes,
is
sir.
the called as explicit commit. Okay. Suppose you
Okay,
are
sir.
creating the table using the create table syntax, create table name and column names you are giving. So whenever you are using that command, so what it will do, it will automatically fire the
Created.
commit command. So table will be created automatically with this create syntax. Okay. Create table name xx underscore emp some 22 underscore 24. Okay. So I'll give some column names here. Serial number data type. Okay. S name varchar of 20. So now what happened here? So with this command, automatically this table is going to create. But here no need to use the commit command. Okay. Table is created. But whereas when you use the insert into or delete, whatever the DML commands are there, that is insert, update, delete, and merge. These commands when you are using, you have to use the commit commands specifically, or else you can use the rollback commands. Okay. So insert into xx underscore emp 22 underscore 24. So I'll say values. So I'll give 1 comma name. Name. Okay. Also I'll give. So what happened here? So when you use this create command, create table command, automatically table is created. I didn't use any commit command or rollback here. Okay. So even though if I use rollback, already table created, so it will not be affect any, it won't going to delete. But when you use the insert command or update command or delete commands, what will happen? So you have to use the commit. So now this table containing the 2 records. So why? Because 2 times I have entered, so that it is having the 2 records. But if I use the rollback here, what will happen?
0 records.
So records will not be saved. So that means until unless you use the commit command or rollback, to use the commit, what it will do? It will insert the data in the table permanently. Suppose I am using the commit here now. So
Okay.
this data will be permanently saved into this table. Suppose if I use rollback again, what will happen? So rollback is completed, but data from this table exists same, because once it is committed, so rollback won't do any changes. Before commit,
Okay.
when I use the rollback, records are removed from the table. That means here we are using the commit and rollback explicitly here. Okay. So whereas in this DDL commands, we are not going to use the explicit commit or rollback commands. The difference we have to identify. Okay. 1 minute I will give the difference for this also. What is the DDL commands and what is the DML commands? Here the main difference. Okay. DDL statements are used to defining and managing the data structure like a table, view, CNM, sequence, etc. Okay. It is dealing with the structure of the table or views or CNMs. Okay. So DML statements are used to manage the data stored into the inside the database. Okay. These are the main difference. Okay. DDL commands, it will deal with the structure of the table. DDL statements work on the whole object. Okay. No where condition can be used along with the DDL commands here. Whereas DML statements are work on the selected data of the table. Where condition can be used to filter and work on the selected data set only. All DDL statements are committed, okay, automatically at the end of the statement execution. All changes done by DML needs to be explicit commit or rollback to make changes permanently or revert back. These are the main difference we have to remember. What is the DDL commands? What is the DML commands? How it is difference? DDL commands, it will deal with the structure of the tables or structure of the objects, okay? Whereas DML commands, it will deal with the data inside that table or views, okay? So whenever you're using the dealing with the data, you should use the explicit commit or rollback. Otherwise, data will not be saved into the database. Yeah, this is about the DML commands. So we'll go with the next topic, that is SQL operators. So in the DML, we have the insert, update, delete, and merge is there. So we have seen all these three: insert, update, delete. We have seen merge. So after some topics, we will see the merge topic. Okay. So because there should be some other information you need to understand before that merge, so that I will explain it this later. Okay. So insert, update, delete. Within these three, anyone having doubts?
No, sir.
So our next topic is operators. So have the arithmetic operations called addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So next is logical operators.
And or
Arithmetic operators and logical
logic.
operators. Next is relational operators and special operators. Okay. So under arithmetical operations, we have the addition,
Plus minus.
subtraction, and multiplication and division is there. Okay. So same way, under the logical operators, we have the and or not. Okay. So under relational operators, we have the equals to and not equals to. Not equals to means you can use the symbol exclamation and equals to, or you can use the these two. Okay. For the not equals to, you can use either this one or this greater than or less than symbols. Okay. And we have the less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. These are the comes under the relational operators. And special operator means like, between, okay. So like also, again, not like and not between. One more is null, comma, is not null. This will come under the special operators. We have the operators of arithmetic operators, logical operators, relational operators, and special operators. Under arithmetical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Logical operators, and or not. Relational operators, equals to, not equals to, greater than or less than, greater than or less than, equals to, like that. We will have the relational operators. And special operators, like, between, not like, not between, is null, is not null. So how we are going to use this? So what are the arithmetic operations? It is used to do mathematical functions. So for any calculation purpose, we'll use this arithmetical operations. That is the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
In operator under logical or
In
operator? In operator.
it will come under special operator, no? Here. Okay. So we have the actually dual. Okay. This is a table of. So dual means it is a predefined table in the Oracle. So predefined table in Oracle means what is the purpose of this? It is having the single row and single column. Okay. Dual means it is having the single row and single column. So that is, suppose if you use the describe command, describe dual. This is a table existing predefined table from the Oracle. So if you use this, it will give you the description of this table. That is dummy table. Okay. This is the dummy and varchar 2. Suppose if you want to select or from dual, so that is dummy and x. That means for doing any arithmetic operation, so we'll use this dual table. So how we'll use this dual table? So we'll see the examples here. So actually dual is the predefined table in the Oracle. It is having single row and single column. It is called as a dummy table in Oracle. For testing the functions, predefined and user-defined functions, we can use this dual table. Okay. Suppose select, I want to perform some arithmetic operations. So then select 2 plus 3. Okay, normally select condition, how will it will work? We have to provide select star from some table name or select a column name from table name. We have to provide like this. But here I want to do some arithmetic operations. So for that, so suppose if I say select 2 plus 3 from EMP table, what will happen? We have the employee table, or we have the already created XXEMP 10 underscore 24 table. Suppose if I do select 2 plus 3 from XX EMP 10 underscore 24, what it will do? So 2 plus 3, that is a addition. That value is giving the output here, but it is applying for the entire 17 records here. If you see this, if I am using the select 2 plus 3 from XXEMP 10 24, so this table having the 17 records. For that, it is repeating the same value for 17 times here. So to avoid this type of mistakes, so what we are doing is we are using the dual table for any arithmetic operation. Select 2 plus 3 from dual. So it is having only one record, one column. Okay, so that it is giving the output is 5 here. Okay. Suppose if I say select 40 plus 50 from dual. So what will happen? Output it is coming the 90. Select 5 minus 3 from dual. So that means it is giving the same way select 5 into 3 from dual. So that is 15 it is giving. So if you observe when I am executing all these operations, arithmetic operations, select 2 plus 3 or select 5 minus 3 and select 5 into 3. So here it is the, if you see column name, what is the column name it is coming? Whatever we are mentioning here, that is mentioning as a column name here. Suppose if you are taking this, here it is 5 minus 3, it is coming here, column name. If you execute this one, this is giving the 5 into 3 and output is 15 it is giving, and column name it is taking as a 5 into 3. Same way, suppose if I give select 100 by 10 from dual, that is 10 it is giving. Okay. So here instead of the column name it is coming this value. If you observe this, these are coming as the column name and output is whatever the operation it is doing. Based on that output it is giving here. But suppose if I want to mention properly, select 2 plus 3 addition from dual. What we are doing here? Addition we are doing, so that name we are giving as the column name here. So we are giving the arithmetic operation here, and for that arithmetic operation I am giving the name as column name, it is taking as the addition here. Okay. Same way, select 4 into 5 multiply or multiplication, whatever you can give some name. So what will happen? So multiply is 4 into 5, that is 20. Same way, subtraction if you give 10 minus 4. Subtraction, okay, from dual. So that means it will be easy to understand what we are performing, which operation we are performing. So based on that, here it is, name is displaying for this column. Select 100 by 4 division from dual. Okay. Suppose if you are not giving this name, what will happen? 100 by 4 it is taken as the column name here. But output is coming as a 25 character. So but whereas this is taking as the column name. So to easy understand what we are giving, so some name we are giving for this so that it will be easy to understand. Okay. So these are the arithmetic operations we are doing on the using the dual. This is the table, dual table, Oracle predefined table. Suppose if you are using this existing table, any other table instead of the dual, suppose if you use the EMP table, what will happen? So 100 by 4 means 25, it is giving the 25 correctly, but it is how many records are in this table? These many times it is printing here. Okay. To avoid this type of mistakes, we are using the dual table, that is having the only single column, single row. Okay. That is select the star from dual means it is having the single column, that is X here, and single row. One row, one column only here. So we'll use this for the arithmetic operations purpose. Suppose select 2 plus 5 addition I will give. Okay. Comma and 3 into 3. Okay. Multiply. comma 5 minus 3 subtraction, comma 6 by 2, that is division from dual. So what will happen now? So all the arithmetic operations I am doing in a one single statement. So this is addition, this is multiply, this is subtraction and division. Okay, say this. This is the column names and this is the output. 2 plus 5 7, multiply 3 into 3 9, subtraction 5 minus 3 2, division 6 by 2, that is 3. So like this you can use the arithmetic operations in the our coding also. So wherever any arithmetic operations required, you can use this dual function, that is dual table. Okay, using the dual table you can have the, you can calculate the values wherever it is required. Okay, so we have NVL function seen in this previous examples. Expression 1 comma, okay, this is the syntax for the NVL function, NVL expression 1 comma expression 2. So it assigns the value to the column if it is null. Okay, NVL means suppose any of the column or value we are checking, if it is null value it is there, so then it will add the value which we are specifying in the expression 2. So NVL function accepts two arguments. If expression 1 evaluates null, then NVL function returns expression 2. That means this value is null, so it will return this value. If this value is having some value here, then it will return the same value here. If expression 1 evaluates to non-null, then NVL function returns expression 1 only. That means suppose NVL of, suppose here null it is there, then some 0 I mentioned. Wherever it null comes, it will return the 0 value. Suppose if wherever if the value is there, suppose if it is 3, then it will return the 3 only. Okay. Select NVL of expression 1 3 comma 0 I am mentioning from dual. So what will happen here? It is going to return 3 only. Suppose if I am mentioning the null value here. Okay. If I mention null value, then what is happen? It is coming the output as a 0 here. Same way, suppose null value can be written as single quotes also. Select NVL of single quotes comma 0. So then what will happen? It is returning the 0 only. Hello. Any doubts here? Somebody is asking. Your voice is not clear. Okay. Okay. This is about the NVL function. So I will use this NVL of expression 1 comma expression 2 here. Okay. So based on that, you will get the some value here. Otherwise, suppose if you are dealing with the null values column, what will happen? Null plus any value. Okay, null plus 2. Automatically it will goes to null. So I will show one example here. Select the 2 plus null. Okay, or else 2 plus 5 plus null. Previously, same example I will take here. So addition here, what I will do? Plus null I will add it here. Okay, so for this addition I am using the null value here. So what will happen here? So previously same value I am executed 2 plus 5. It is giving as a 7, but now it is 2 plus 5 plus null it is mentioning. These values become as a null. Any operation with the null, it will become as a null only. Okay. So to avoid this, so we are using the NVL function, NVL of null comma plus 0 if I am giving like this. Okay. So what will happen? 2 plus 5 plus NVL of null comma 0. Then it will give you the correct value. Without using the annual function, what is happening? When you are using the null value directly to this function, arithmetic operations, what is happening? Select 2 plus 5
Null.
plus null, automatically it is coming null. Same way if you use the into null also, minus null. Okay, subtraction, division, or you can say 6 plus null or something. Okay, I'll leave it here. So what is happened? Except this division, everything got into null values. What we have to do here? Then use the NVL function here. Suppose here if I mention 0, what will happen? Everywhere I'm mentioning the NVL comma 0. So now you can check these values. So it is coming 7 properly, but multiplication is gone 0 here. And subtraction correctly, division is okay. So here what I'm doing here, 5 multiplication 3 into 3 into NVL of null comma 0. So that if you put 0 means it is entire value, it is becoming 0. So that I will use the 1 here. So what is happened now? Okay, all the values came correctly. So that means whenever you using the dealing with the null values, you should use the NVL function so that it will output will be comes correctly. Otherwise, what it will happen? Any values you are doing with the addition or multiplication or anything you are adding to null value, output also it will become as a null only. So to avoid that null values, we are using the NVL function. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
NVL is a predefined function for
Yeah, Oracle
Oracle.
predefined function. That is the Oracle predefined function.
No.
NVL is there, NVL2 is there. Okay. So both are Oracle predefined functions only.
Okay.
So whatever we are discussing till now, any functions it is there, that all are predefined functions only. Okay. So user defined functions, it will come in the PLSQL subject. When it starts PLSQL, there it will come the user defined functions. Till then, what are the functions we are using here? These are all Oracle predefined functions only. Okay. So any doubts here? Okay. So we'll continue with this topic, SQL operators, tomorrow. Okay. We have some other operators also we have to explore. So tomorrow we'll continue because time is not enough now. Any doubts you can ask me now. Okay. No one having any doubts? Everyone able to understand my language?
Yes, sir, we can understand.
Okay. Wherever you are not understanding, you can immediately ask me so that I will explain more. Okay. If you want in Telugu also, I can explain in Telugu because all people are asking me to explain in English so that I am speaking in English only. So if anybody having doubt difficulties can ask me so that I will explain in Telugu also there. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow. Bye.